She was the one who drew the line, clear. Sharp. Non-negotiable, we're just friends. I remember nodding like it didn't matter, like that sentence didn't quietly rearrange everything I felt. But here's the thing no one warns you about: when someone says just friends, they don't always mean just friends, sometimes they mean, stay close. Don't leave, but don't ask for more. And I agreed to that deal, until another girl entered the picture, and suddenly, friendship wasn't enough anymore. My name is Ryan. I'm 27. And for almost a year, Maya was the person I talked to more than anyone else, every day, every night, inside jokes. Voice notes. Long walks. Late coffee runs that if you saw us together, you'd assume we were dating, but we weren't, because early on, before things could grow teeth, I asked her what we were doing. She smiled. Soft. Careful, I really value you, she said, but I'm not looking for anything more. I hope that's okay. That's the moment most people leave. I didn't. I told myself I was mature, that I could handle it, that friendship was enough, and for a while, it almost was. We talked about everything: her bad dates, my work stress, her fears, my plans. She leaned on me emotionally. I showed up physically, and every time someone hinted we looked like a couple, she'd laugh and say it, we're just friends. She said it so often, it became a rule. So I followed it, until I met Lena. Lena was different, straightforward. Warm. Uncomplicated. We met through mutual friends, went out for drinks, and for once, there was no guessing. No blurred lines. She liked me. I liked her. When I posted a photo with Lena, nothing dramatic, just us laughing at a cafe, my phone buzzed within minutes. Maya, who's that? I stared at the screen. I answered honestly, just someone I'm seeing. The typing bubble appeared, disappeared, appeared again. Oh, she finally wrote, that's fast. Fast. I didn't reply right away. That night, Maya called me. Her voice was different, short, tight, controlled. So, she said, are you dating her? Yes, I replied. Silence. Then she laughed. But it wasn't real. I just didn't think you were looking. She said. I almost asked why not, but I already knew, because as long as I stayed single, I stayed available. That's when the rules changed. She started texting late, calling randomly, asking who I was with, and when I mentioned Lena, her tone shifted every time: cold, defensive, hurt. You don't have to throw it in my face, she snapped once. That stopped me cold. I'm not, I said. I thought we were just friends. Another silence, longer this time, and then she said something that made my stomach drop. I didn't think you'd replace me so easily. Replace, that word changed everything, because friends don't get replaced, they get chosen. And in that moment, I realized something dangerous. She didn't want me, but she didn't want to lose me either, and now I had to decide: do I stay loyal to a friend who never chose me, or walk towards someone who already had? Because no matter what I did next, someone was going to get hurt. I wish the jealousy had been obvious, explosive, dramatic, easy to point at and say, see? That's not friendship. But it wasn't. It was subtle, carefully disguised as concern, and that made it worse. After that call, Maya didn't pull away, she pulled closer. She started showing up places she never used to, coincidentally, free when I mentioned plans, suddenly interested in things she'd never cared about before. When I told her I was meeting Lena for dinner, she'd reply with things like, oh, have fun. Tell her I say hi. I didn't know you liked that place. Each sentence landed with a strange weight, not anger, not accusation, ownership. One night, Lena and I were out walking downtown, sharing fries and laughing about something stupid, when my phone buzzed again. Maya, I saw you earlier. I stopped walking. You did? I asked. Yeah, she said. You looked happy. There was a pause. I guess I just didn't expect it to feel weird. Weird. I looked at Lena beside me, present, genuine, smiling without conditions. This is crossing a line, I said quietly into the phone. What line? Maya asked quickly. Too quickly, the one where my dating life becomes something you comment on. Silence, then her voice softened. I'm not jealous, she said, I just don't want to lose you. That sentence is a trap, because it sounds innocent, but it demands everything. I didn't answer right away. You're not losing me, I said carefully. But things are changing. She laughed again, that same brittle laugh, because of her? Because of me, I corrected. Because I finally stopped waiting. That's when the tone shifted, sharp. So you were just waiting around for me this whole time? She asked. That I closed my eyes. No, I said. But I was hoping. Another pause, then the words that finally shattered the illusion. I never asked you to do that, she said. She was right, she never asked, she just benefited. After that, the friendship cracked, not all at once, that I in pieces. She started making comments about Lena, comparisons disguised as jokes, little digs she could always deny. When I confronted her, she snapped. You're acting like I did something wrong, she said. We're just friends, remember? That phrase again, just friends, only this time, it sounded like a weapon, because suddenly, when it suited her, the line was ironclad, and when it didn't, it was flexible. That night, Lena asked me something simple. Is there someone else in your life who feels like they still have a claim on you? I didn't answer immediately, and that hesitation told her everything, because jealousy isn't love, it's fear of losing control, and I finally understood the truth I'd been avoiding. Maya didn't want a relationship, she wanted a backup, and as long as I stayed, would never really belong to anyone else. So the question wasn't whether Maya was jealous, it was whether I was finally ready to stop letting just friends cost me real love.